The latest in the Gayest podcast is intended for listening by adult members of the LGBTQIA plus community and their allies. Discussions may contain material not suitable for folks under the age of 18. Listener discretion is advised. This week, we get a serving of cunt at Cracker Barrel.
And we romanticize our dream musicals. All this and more on the latest.
And the Gayest. And welcome back. We are here yet again. Welcome to week 2 of Pride Month. We are
Pride Month.
here. Happy Pride Month.
Happy birthday, gay people.
Hi, gay. This is the latest and the gayest with me, Alex, and my other host over here, looking very pastel-y for a very appropriate time of year.
Absolutely. I honestly just oh god, my throat. Sorry, I'm still recovering from last night.
Yes, you were at what were you at yesterday?
I was at Boston Pride. It was a lot of fun.
Fun. I think somebody who went to JWoo with us was also there
Who?
because I there's this I'll bleep this person's name out, but do you remember that kid who used to work in
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
hot bisexual kid who used to be like yeah, he I follow him on Snapchat and he posted a bunch of stuff at Boston Pride the other day, and then he was at like a club with one of his friends, like where it was like one of those clubs where like 90% of the people, it was like huge, but like 90% of the people were probably on like ketamine or something.
Oh yeah.
So
Like
nobody realized what the hell was going on. They just saw flashy lights.
yeah, it's like a circuit party basically.
Basically, yeah. And then he posted this morning, walking out of someone's apartment front door. He was like, "Ah, yes, the walk of shame."
Yikes.
And I
See,
was like, "Ah, Diva, you are preaching to the crowd,
preaching to the
preaching to
choir.
the choir, Diva." Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like, I don't, I mean, I would love to be able to go to something like around here in Connecticut, but I also like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently in the midst of a lot of like job transitional stuff,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is which it's a lot of very exciting stuff, but nevertheless, it is occupying quite a bit of my time. And a girl's got to eat, a girl's got to make money.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make money, honey. So if I have like any time whatsoever, I'm probably like, it's sad. It's like right now I'm like, I want to be able to go to Rhode Island Pride again, but I'm also like so
Mm-hmm.
broke right now that like,
Pride's expensive, yeah.
yeah, and I would have to like, if you really want to get the full experience, you gotta like, the last time I went up to Rhode Island Pride, um, which was super fun, but it was like my Lance and a friend of mine, we all three of us, we got an Airbnb, and then to buy tickets for, that Pride was, I think it was Brooklyn Heights was there.
Mm.
And then like, so we had to buy tickets for that, for the meet and greet, and then tickets for the festival the next day, and then tickets for the block party, and like, it, and then even when you're at the festival, you got to buy stuff from the vendors and like food and drink and
Food, yeah.
everything. Yeah, that all costs money. And like, I am like, I am like so broke right now that like, who knows if I'd even be able to afford the Airbnb, let
Yeah.
alone everything else. So unless there's like a local festival I can go to where I can just like walk around and sniff the daffodils,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna
then
be a
yeah, I'll
we'll
just
get
be
the next one.
I'm gonna be waving a rainbow flag from home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just get a rainbow flag, put it in the back of your car, and like go to Wendy's, and
You
that's
know
enough.
what? That's like, it would be an interesting counter to those like assholes who put their they'll like, they got their big pickup trucks and everything, but they'll stick like a gigantic American flag just like off the
Uh,
back of it.
yeah,
I would totally do that, but with a rainbow flag, because
and
these people they just like it's like they're trying way too hard.
I wonder if
They're
that's like in flag laws, it's legal to just have a giant flag on the back of your truck.
see, I don't know. Like I mean, I don't know nothing about no flag laws. I know laws, but I don't know the other thing. Yeah, I don't know. But how was did you get to see anybody perform at Pride or like what was going on?
No, there was really no like big headliners, I don't think. Well, I mean,
Really?
there was Gay Bash, but I didn't go to that because the tickets were expensive, and I didn't.
Yeah. Did you
And
just like
I
drive up for the day or
yeah, we were just like in the city for the day, walking around. I went to Club Cafe. It rained on us a lot. It was kind of
uh yeah, it's been so on and off here recently.
hmm
Like it yesterday was I think it like it rained for a little bit, but then it was like nice and cool, and then it like it like the weather's just been. Also, we've been in like a fucking cloud of smoke for like the past week.
we haven't been getting out any smoke actually.
We Connecticut like early on,
hmm
it looked like everywhere I drove looked
Uh-huh.
like someone had just put out a bonfire.
Mm.
Like literally like earlier in the week, everywhere I drove, the sky just looked like someone nearby had just put out a bonfire. Is like that very specific type, but at least we weren't New York City.
Oh my god, that's brutal. That's brutal down there.
No, New York. I saw some people
And
online saying that New York is in its Evermore era
oh my
because
god,
everything was orange. Oh my god. Yeah,
that
I
is the Evermore era. But yeah, it's getting pretty wild up there. And I mean, also like I didn't even know that like there was a fire like for like most of the time, like, at the beginning of this, because I was
mm,
just inside all the time because work. But then my dad was like, "Hey," and then my
true.
brothers were saying like, "Hey, it's getting like pretty bad," because they live in central Pennsylvania and they were getting like a lot of
Oh
smoke.
really?
Yeah, so I was surprised that like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we like I feel like New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and then like bits of the Northeast were getting it like pretty bad.
ooh, I think I'm too far to the right,
Yeah, I
just enough.
think because even like I don't think my relatives in Vermont like got anything.
Really? Oh,
They
okay. Which is crazy because I feel like we're closer to Canada, but I don't know where
no
in Canada the fire's happening.
Vermont's like almost right. If you go up like to the tippity top of Vermont, that's like right at the border of Canada. You can go from Vermont to Canada.
Mm.
So I don't know. But oh my god, did I tell you about the
Yeah.
time that I almost got arrested by Border Patrol when
No.
trying to leave Canada?
What were you doing?
So, um, I don't know if like I'm allowed to talk about this, but I mean, I'm sure I am. Whatever.
We'll
Um,
investigate, and if not, then we'll come.
so my mom and I we were on a trip with our family on her side of the family, and we were leaving Canada because we had spent the day in Canada in like whatever province was closest. I want to say it was Quebec, but I don't know if that's true. Whatever. Um, we spent part of the day. We spent like the day in Canada, and then as we were leaving Canada, we got to the border. And when you're at the Canadian border, you have
I'm
to
listening.
go through a line with your car, so they can
Mhm.
like, inspect everything. And you got to have your passport and whatever and all that. And we were in line, but then to the left of us, we noticed there was this lane that was completely empty and just wasn't being used.
And you're like, huh?
So my mom was like, I wonder if this lane's like something we can use. So she moved over and starts driving in the other lane. Turns out,
I'm thinking. Just letting you
what?
know, I'm listening still. It's my charger's being weird. So you use
So
the other
she
lane.
goes into the lane and we start driving, and then as soon as like we like I guess she thought it was like an express lane or something,
Oh my
but
god.
as
Oh
soon as
man.
we get past like the border, a loud alarm starts sounding, and
Oh.
border patrol is like sprinting after us. So we like immediately stop and we're like, shit, what happened? And Border Patrol is like, you cannot do that. You cannot do
You
that.
cannot use this
You
lane.
have to go through the thing. And we were all like, we thought this was like an express lane. Sorry. So yeah, I like
We didn't know what
fully
this
almost
was.
got arrested by Canadian Border Patrol.
But it's Canadian Border Patrol. Who cares?
Them and their maple syrup. What are they gonna do? Anyway, speaking of maple syrup,
Anyways,
let's take a break.
let's take a break. Let's get into it in three, two, one, and welcome back. I have uh halted all my technical difficulties, hopefully for the rest of the day,
Fingers
and we are
crossed.
now, fingers crossed, and we are now moving into our inquisitive and wanderly segment, queer quandaries. If we ever have merch, one of them is gonna be a dictionary of words we made up.
I would love that. I would also,
Ladies of the Gayest Dictionary.
yeah, I would love to also do like something about like speaking of,
Nah, speaking
and
of,
then just
speaking of
like a bunch,
sauerkraut, let's take a break.
and then a bunch
A
of like,
compilation.
yeah, just random crap that I've said over the years.
Mm-hmm.
That would be stellar.
Oh yeah, I've learned to live with it.
All right. So, believe it or not, I actually have positive news this week,
Yay!
which is a fun change of pace. This recently, Democratic governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, however you pronounce that, announced 15 appointments to the New York State Court of Claims on Wednesday. Among them was a historic selection. One of the first openly transgendered judges in the history of the state and the first trans man in the history of the United States to serve as a judge.
Today.
Seth Marin, who is the director of training and education for affirmative action and equal opportunity programs at Columbia University, was recently appointed. Kathy had this to say about her selection of the judge. I have full faith that this historic and outstanding group of appointees will serve New Yorkers with fairness and impartiality. With diverse perspectives and extensive expertise, I'm confident that each appointee will bring honor and integrity to New York's state judiciary.
That's nice.
Um, there was also a person. There was also back in 2022. This was the first trans man. However, back in 2022, Andy Mudrick, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly,
Mm,
and Victoria Kowalski were appointed as transgender judges in California. These trans women. And actually, Kowalski was appointed back in 2010, making her the first transgender judge in American history. So, snap, snap. But nevertheless, congratulations, Seth. We wish you the best of luck. So,
yay!
trans rights.
Trans rights are rights, and also love seeing trans people in positions of power to like
I
kind
was
of.
gonna say, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see some positive things going around for trans people nowadays, considering everything that's going on.
How wild and crazy and all the vitriol going around.
Oh yeah,
So and also it's nice to have someone that like understands that what's it called? That experience to
yeah,
kind of, you know,
yeah.
love to see it.
Oof.
Anywho,
Any hoodle. Yesterday, which I was talking about, I was there. Um, was the Boston Pride for the People, which is
hey,
the first time they've had Pride since 2019, or at least a
hey,
parade and big celebration. And it's
yeah,
also the first time the new um what's the word I'm looking for? The new like Pride commission, because it used to just be Boston Pride, but this is Pride for the People, so it's different. Um,
right,
if you remember in 2020, they basically went under new management. They dissolved Pride as it was, and then basically rebuilt it from the ground up. So this is the first year that they were able to have a actual celebration. Like they've done like clubs and stuff have done like pride events, but it hasn't been nothing of this scale in a very long time.
right.
And also lots of Mary Michelle Wu was also there to you know, give her spiel, spiel,
Ooh,
uh to show her support, and she was talking about the work that she was gonna do to you know, keep things rolling for us, and she was talking about how I don't know if you remember, but do you remember I was talking about how there's that like in Boston there's a like basically a office for like LGBTQ advancement basically. I can't remember what the exact
y-
name of it is.
I think so. Yeah,
They were talking about the work they've done and how like how like what ways that has manifested itself in the community. Oh my goodness. So
love that.
love, happy Pride. We did it after so many years.
Hi, gay.
Hi gay.
Happy Pride Month. Next up, this one is, I mean,
Wait,
I
you're on
guess,
focus.
hello,
Crazy. There you go.
hello. Anyway, this next one, I mean, I guess you could consider this good news. It's more funny than anything else, but recently, Cracker Barrel, the Cracker Barrel Old Country Kitchen, county, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel. Um, Recently they posted a message onto their Facebook page, which was a photo outside of one of their stores with a rainbow. Like, because if you've ever been to a Cracker Barrel, they have
Mm-hmm.
on most of the stores they have like rocking chairs out on their front porch.
Mm-hmm.
This one had a rainbow rocking chair on it, or at least like the slats in the middle were painted like rainbow. And it
Mm-hmm.
said, "We are excited to celebrate Pride Month with our employees and guests. Everyone is always welcome at our table and our rockers. Happy Pride Month." The company, which is based in Lebanon, Tennessee, and has been a staple of South and suburban America for over 50 years, was met with obviously quite a bit of backlash from lots of conservatives, because obviously, as
Mm-hmm.
we know, the conservatives are canceling anything and everything in sight nowadays for supporting, the gays.
Mm-hmm.
And so recently, there's an organization called the Texas Family Project, which is like a notoriously like anti-queer charity,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. They reposted Cracker Barrel's like post, or they like retweeted it, and were like, "We take no pleasure in reporting that at Cracker Barrel has fallen. A once family friendly establishment has caved to the mob." Which, first off, this kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen, but Ron DeSantis, he has been talking about how a big part of his like campaign for, because I think, he's going to be running for president in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a big part of his soon to be campaign is that he wants to get rid of the woke media, or like the woke mob as he calls it, or like whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
reminds me a lot of that, because these people literally just like, they're so, I mean, and honestly it came as a little bit of a shock to me as well, because I've never once taken Cracker Barrel to be, I have never been to a Cracker Barrel, and I don't know a lot of
You've
gay
never
people
been to
who
one?
have. I can't say that I have, no.
I've been like once or twice, but not. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I've been to Cracker Barrel.
All I know is that their food is like basically the equivalent of like what you could get at in a Marie Callender's like microwave meal, but like a little,
Yeah,
but
it's
like the tiniest bit better.
just
But
by
like
that much.
just yeah, just by like this much. But
Yeah,
so they're obviously lots of companies. They're kind of all the conservatives are adding this to their latest list of companies that they're,
boycotts,
yep, not supporting anymore, like Budweiser, Target,
Target.
yeah, all that stuff. So happy Pride Month from Cracker Barrel.
I guess. I mean, sure, but
Yeah, go get yourself some down home country cooking.
I mean, if you really want to, I think there are better places to get country for the Cracker Barrel. But
Yeah,
actually,
I mean,
I
also
don't know.
no offense, but during Pride Month, it's like I think again, I've never been to a Cracker Barrel, but one thing I know about their food is a lot of it is very rich.
Mm,
And the gays, we got to keep our insides like primed and ready during Pride Month, you know,
yeah.
for all the sucking and fucking. So
Slurpee.
the last thing a lot of the bottoms are gonna want to do is go eat an extremely rich like chicken fried steak.
I was gonna say chicken fried steak with
With,
biscuits and country gravy. Like as good as that
exactly.
sounds, I don't think that's on anyone's. Is my hair kind of? I don't know.
I don't think any of the bottoms are gonna be going to get some biscuits and gravy, and
I
then
mean, I guess the
have,
tops are gonna turn up, but
yeah, and then get their biscuit rearranged. But
get the gravy on their biscuits.
mhm.
All right, for our final story today, the Blue Jays, which is a baseball team. Where the fuck are the Blue Jays from?
I don't know. I don't really follow like any of that. You are barking up the wrong tree, Diva.
Okay, well, they're from somewhere, I guess.
Well, a baseball team
Anyway, yeah,
known
yeah, yeah,
as the Blue
the
Jays.
Blue Jays. So it doesn't say like it doesn't say like in the article where the Blue Jays are from. So I'm like, wait, where the fuck are the Blue? Anyways, Blue Jays.
Yeah.
They cut one of their pitchers, Anthony Bass, after an anti-LGBTQ social media post and stuff. This is um basically he was jumping on the woke Target and woke Budweiser is coming after our children. So he what's the word I'm looking for? He
He's
like it's
he's
weird
jumping.
because he didn't like apologize really in a way that like he stood by his beliefs, but like
Yeah.
so the moral of the story is he's on that bandwagon and he eventually he's now gonna get cut from the Blue Jays and gonna get
Okay.
replaced.
On the anti woke bandwagon.
Anti woke, which is kind of like what it's become. Is because like
At this
there's like
point, yeah,
they've
they're
become the thing they wanted to destroy.
well, that's the thing that I think is so funny about all this is one thing that the conservatives used to harp on us for
hmm
was cancel culture. And like they kept saying like you guys will cancel anything nowadays for the silliest reasons. And now look at y'all. Y'all are canceling like everything that used to be near and dear to your heart, like crappy beer, department stores, like
Corporations,
exactly everything that you loved, capitalism, like everything that y'all once held so near and dear is now like your enemy because they had the nerve to say, "Hey, thanks gay people for existing." So, you want to talk about cancel culture? Look in the mirror.
how do we how do we make landlords woke so they get
Ah,
canceled?
yeah, I was going to say, can we cancel you? Oh my god, we should start like a chain
Those
of,
woke student loans.
yeah, exactly. We should start a chain of during Pride Month, the gays should like start a
Mhm.
thing of like you're charging me rent during Pride Month? Kind of homophobic.
Kind of
Just
homophobic.
saying.
Just saying.
You're like extorting me and on Pride Month no less, you know,
Yeah,
like
like,
I could get you canceled for this.
well, but also they could become like the new face of conservatism.
That's true. Anyway, landlords we're out to get you.
Out to get
Um
you,
yep.
woke landlord. Yeah.
And speaking of landlords, let's take a break.
Let's take a break. Oh my god.
And welcome back. And it is now time for everyone's favorite 5-minute pop culture pussy poppin' title pending segment. Title pending. Let's get into it.
Get into it.
First up, just in time for Pride Month, former contestant of season 11 of The Bachelorette, Josh Setter, has opened up about not only his new relationship with his boyfriend, but his recent discovery about him being bisexual. Talked
Yay!
Yay! He talked with Instinct magazine and had this to say. I always knew as an early teen I was different sexually. I just don't think I had the vocabulary to articulate what the difference was. In the distant past, what people might think of my attraction to men and women definitely played an operative role in keeping me silenced about my identity. But those concerns don't bother me now. So, congratulations, Josh, and welcome to the family. Next up, Justin Bieber's dad, Jeremy Bieber, sparked some outrage when he posted an offensive message on social media. In a since deleted tweet, Jeremy posted a picture of an animated rainbow flag that had, "Don't forget to thank a straight person this Pride Month for your existence," like across the front of it. Justin himself has yet to comment on the situation, but Twitter has had a field day with this. Many people saying things like, it's like straight people have to talk about gays for people to listen, because when they talk about themselves, no one listens. And also, you do realize that straight people are not the only ones in existence who can reproduce, right?
There's a lot of people that be having babies.
Yeah, exactly. So let's back up that for a bit. Next up, Vanderpump Rules star Ariana Madix has landed herself her next of many brand deals. This most recent one with Duracell, the battery company, and the commercial could not be better. From her commenting on how she's, quote, done with anything basic, and then throwing away a thing of white nail polish to the side, commenting on Tom Sandoval, of course, to a comment on how batteries last, Duracell batteries last for up to 12 years. And then she said, which is, quote, much better than 10. Because her and Tom Sandoval were together for 10 years before he cheated on her. Then also her standing in a fully stocked pantry of toilet paper, alluding to the comment earlier made in season 10 by Sandoval about how Ariana, quote, never buys batteries or toilet paper or anything like that. And it was basically just one giant middle finger, which, so here for it. But speaking of Tom Sandoval, people believe that his Ariana money has officially run out, and the band may not be doing that good because a video has recently surfaced of Tom Sandoval pushing around a towel cart at Soho House, Chicago, by the pool, leading a lot of people to believe that he may either be living in Chicago for the summer or he had to get a job, like a part-time job before filming begins again to like earn some money, because right now this man's just like playing through the pain of Scandival and looks like he's not doing so good. But to end on a high note, former Big Brother contestant Tommy Bracco recently announced he is officially engaged to his boyfriend
Yay.
of 3 years, Joseph Mackley. Not sure if I'm saying that right. On May 30th, the reality star posted to his Instagram account saying, "Yesterday was a dream come true. We got engaged in our future home, covered in photos from our past adventures and memories, standing on ground where we'll create new ones. We are still on cloud nine." And the whole thing was complete with black and white cookies that said the Browns, Staten Island, and then practically like every one of their family members in existence. So, congratulations, boys. Very happy for you. And with that, let's take a break.
And we're back. Oh my goodness, Alex, I missed
We're
you.
here. Thank you so much. I missed you too. I had to
Thank
go
you.
relieve my bladder, and I do
Hmm.
feel quite relieved and ready for the next segment.
Ooh, and you know what we're doing next?
I can't wait to find out.
Because this is the first time you're hearing
I've
about,
never in my life have I heard about something this exciting.
or you will soon. We're gonna talk about to celebrate Candy Muse winning the Rusical this week
I
and stealing all Jimbo's money. Um, we're gonna we're going to talk about people and topics that we think would be good musicals.
Oh yes, because
Yes.
there are
So,
just so many like options and topics out there that we love. My one of my favorites, I think, over the years, has definitely been the Kardashian musical.
oh yeah, yeah. I honestly kind of forgot about that one. It's
Purely,
so good.
purely because of Cynthia Lee Fontaine's nonsense, like lip movements trying to be Kim. And but who can forget Peppermint as Brittany,
Oh yeah.
Shay as Black China, and the scandal of it all.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, it was. Oh, and Alexis Michelle as the momager too.
Chris
She
Jenner,
killed it.
baby. We love we
Oof.
love to see it. But we are gonna give you some stuff that we would like to see.
Hmm.
Now, my first option is I would love to see a Rusical. It doesn't have to be like based on her life. I mean, maybe, but like I would love to see a Rusical about Marilyn Monroe.
Ooh, that's a
Like
good
I
one.
would like all the different eras of Marilyn. Like we've got the classic like Happy birthday, Mr.
The
President.
president.
And then like somebody's got to end up like they could have one of the pit crew boys like play JFK, and like there's the classic like scene of the subway grate, like I would then like younger Marilyn. I would just I think it could be such an interesting like musical if they wanted to go like do a deep dive. They could do like the events surrounding her death maybe,
Mhm.
but that's like ooh. But I think that would be pretty fierce.
I think yeah, yeah. I think that'd be pretty fierce too. Um, See, because that's what some of these people. Some of these people are dead that I'm talking about. So I gotta like, how do we,
How do
how do
we
we,
spin that?
how do we spin that? Yeah, exactly. But also
Oh
like,
yeah,
Drag Race sometimes doesn't have the best.
yeah,
Uh,
casting.
what's the word? Casting, yes, but they don't always approach those kinds of sensitive topics the best. So,
No, they do not. No.
um, I think someone in a similar vein that I'd actually like to see a musical of would be Princess Diana.
Oh
There's
yes,
another
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
yeah,
like, cause
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
her like becoming part of the royal. Maybe there'd be like someone to be the queen. That'd be funny.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be Princess Di, and then it'd be a whole thing. But then like,
Mhm.
and like you could talk about like, hey, like she was also like cool for gay people.
Oh
Um,
yes.
talk about all that.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
then
the end. I don't know how
yeah,
they'd handle that.
gets like who would they get to play Lizzie, and like
Oh, be the
maybe
cast.
yeah, exactly. Like how would they approach the affair like with Camilla,
Yeah.
who is now queen. But yeah, that would be. I think that would be very, very interesting.
Very scandalous.
Maybe we could get Katya to redeem her her iconic performance.
That'd be beautiful. On the next UK versus the world.
Oh my god, I wish. So another one that I think would be super fierce is, I don't know if you've seen this show, but I would love to see a Rusical based on. This is a show that I've been obsessed with for a while, but I think it would be so fun. The fashion could be like so fierce. I would love to see a Rusical based on The Nanny with Fran Drescher.
Hmm.
Like they gotta get somebody to do the iconic like,
Eh.
oh, Mr. Sheffield, and like the fashion, like the poofy hair, like
Hmm.
everything about it would just like, that's quintessential like 90s New York. And
Hmm.
I think they could, and then like they need some like uptight frigid bitch to play Cece, and like everybody in the family, like I think it would be so much fun. So, and then just
The looks
the looks. Oh
would
yes.
be beautiful.
Oh yes, Diva.
I could see it. That'd be fun. Something I was thinking. I think someone that would really work for a musical because they have a lot of alter egos would be Nicki Minaj. Because
Oh
there's like Roman, there's Chun Li, there's Queen Sleaze, there's female Weezy. Like it's like she has
yeah,
so many like she has had like a pretty long career at this point. You start with like Itty Bitty Piggy, and like up till now.
yeah,
Um, I mean she's a little controversial, I know, so I'm not sure
yeah.
if they want to touch
There's,
that like subject matter, but
I
there's
mean,
definitely enough like
Nikki's been
up
on
there.
Drag Race at this point, so
She has too, yeah, it's true.
yeah. So, but and they could go all the way back to fucking like Super Bass,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like the OG. So
Mm,
that, yeah,
the OG stuff.
yeah, they could make that work.
Like yeah, yeah.
Um, this one I think is, I would love to see a musical based on the different eras of Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep the musical.
I would love to see Meryl Streep the musical. Like, just
I honestly
imagine. So like, there's
could be onto something.
like Little Women, there's The Devil Wears Prada, there's you could even throw in like Big Little Lies, Meryl Streep, who is fucking nuts. Um, like every Meryl Streep in existence, and you could go through just each like, and imagine the quintessential task of taking on Miranda Priestley.
That is either the winning or the death roll.
Yeah, that would be. I feel like that would be a Kim Kardashian part two.
Hmm.
Like that's a role that you would either fuck up so bad, and like you're guaranteed bottom two no matter how fierce your outfit is,
Hmm.
or
You win the
you could,
season.
yeah, you could like, the check's already in your hand. Like,
Hmm.
oh yeah.
Oh my
But
god,
I think Meryl would be
that would be
just,
years.
and then like her with like 5 million Oscars, just like just raining down Oscars like everywhere. It'd be, I would love it. I would love it. So that's
Yeah,
my vote.
Oscar.
That's
They'd
mine.
get the Emmy that year.
Hmm.
Um, so something too that Drag Race does sometimes, they will do like a musical, not about a person, but like basically a subject. It's
Yeah.
like they've done social media the musical, they did the farmer musical, um,
Oh my god, I forgot
the
about Pharmacy the
farmer musical.
Musical.
It
Oh
was
my god. Is there
R.I.P. Calorie. Is there
anal
an
option?
anal option? Yeah. Mayhem should have been the top of that episode, but we'll talk about it another day.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But I think basically a Stonewall the musical would be kind of cool.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
'Cause
I
it would
like, I
also
really am.
it'd be really fun, but also like really educational. And I think this would be
Yeah.
a good time for something like that. Like
Like Hello,
Stone
Russia.
the
Yeah, and
Rusical. Rusical
oh,
just yeah. I know
okay.
people get a
So
little what?
there's this just like this may not make sense if you do you know the show Dance Moms?
Yes.
Okay, so there's an episode of Dance Moms, and this just kind of like
Ooh.
popped into my head. So there's an episode of Dance Moms where the Abby is casting for a routine about um uh Rosa Parks, and there's like literally only one black girl on the team, only one, and everybody is like, well, obviously she's gonna play Rosa Parks, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Abby's like trying to string everyone along, like, I don't know, they're gonna have to prove themselves, but the anyway, one of the moms, Miss Jill Vertez, she like keeps trying to she keeps trying to talk to Abby and is trying to like, I think my little Kendall, who Kendall is this like skinny brunette white girl, and he's like, I think my little Kendall would make an excellent Rosa Parks. And I think it like I don't know why this popped in my head, but like imagine if like one of the
God.
queens, if they were casting a Stonewall musical, was
Hmm.
would be like, I know you're black, but I think I could really portray Marsha in a just a fabulous light.
Oh my God. I
Like
that's a little okay, maybe because that's only out of reality by this much.
that's the thing too. Like
That's not super
some of these queens will fight to the death for a role, even if they know they're not right for it.
Lucy
Like
Luca. Oh my God.
let's fucking Nina Benina Brown. Um,
Oh, should have been Black China. That's not even a
oh,
joke though. That's true.
let's leave her out of this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get blocked.
Yeah,
But
no,
I think a Stonewall musical would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be educational to be also very
I agree.
just. I think if they do it right, it'd be executed like it'd be pretty fierce, pretty
It could,
memorable.
I agree. Um, Next up, I would love to see this is one of my favorite shows. A lot of mine are based off of like TV shows or people. Um, I would love to see a musical based off of the show Two Broke Girls. So, for
My
those of
goodness.
you, for those of you who don't know what Two Broke Girls is, it's a show that used to be on CBS, and
Mm.
it was about these two waitresses, and one of them was like a former nepo baby who like fell from grace, and her father was like arrested for money laundering, and she has like none of her money now, and she has to work at a diner, and she befriends like all these like this like slutty big titted waitress who they become like besties, and then there's like Jennifer Coolidge, who's
Oh,
just like
beautiful.
iconic altogether. Um, and like, there's so many roles that I think could be like, I mean, R.I.P. James, but like, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Jennifer, I think I would love to see somebody redeem, who could do Jennifer. I mean, James, she did good,
She good.
but
It wasn't like the home run that it could have
no,
been,
no, but
but
it,
I also think part of it. Okay, so this is a little off topic, but I think part of why James's didn't work as well is because everyone else was doing so bad that she had nothing to really volley off of.
that's fair. Yeah. But then there was fucking little Miss Shirley Temple over there.
Oh, so good. Oh my
Just
God.
jumping in front of everybody.
Ah, shit, all of it.
Yeah. I'm
Shit, all of
like
it. All of
I'm
it.
wondering if this snatch game is gonna go down with like fucking season 13 as like, well, because didn't was it 13 or 14 that was like, which season was it that like, or no, I think it might have been 14. It was like that one snatch game where like literally no one laughed at all.
except for Deja, yeah. Season
Yeah,
14, yeah.
that was 14. Okay, yeah. There we go. Deja Sky was like the only fucking person who could get a laugh out of Rue. Everybody else was just like,
Uh, 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 uh. That was
uh,
crazy to watch. Also, I don't like. I think Lady Camden didn't do that bad either, though. But
um,
neither here
also
nor there.
controversial. Okay, so before we go on to our last idea,
Hmm.
controversial opinion, controversial yet brave. Um, I think that All Stars should go back to being once every 3 years.
Yeah,
I think it has lost its pizzazz. I
it's
think
sparkle.
it's no longer like really that special.
Hmm.
Like we know it's coming. Like I think all the casts aren't bad. It's just the fact that they're so close together nowadays is like it doesn't it like fucking Chad Michaels had so much time after
As
her,
the reigning.
yeah, before they got to two and eventually crowned Alaska.
I have a
But like,
question.
what?
Who's the reigning? Is Jinx the reigning All Star, or is it still Kylie?
No, it would be Jinx because
Okay,
yeah, because I mean, even though all winners like even though they were all winners, it did. I think seven did technically still count.
is it All Stars?
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay, yeah.
if we're going by like, non-winners, I guess you could say Kylie, but technically speaking, it's Jinx because that
Okay,
was the most recent All-Stars. But anyway, final topic, and then we gotta and then we gotta run.
gotta wrap it up. Um, I think it's kind of strange they haven't done this either, because they did the a RuPaul musical.
Oh yeah.
So I think a Michelle Visage musical only makes sense.
Ah,
Like,
that would
it's kind of weird
be
that they haven't done that. They've done like every other thing about Michelle. Like they've done they in that one challenge they did a whole TV show about Michelle Visage. They've done
yeah.
a whole
They
movie
did
about the House of Michelle Visage and the challenge
the
with the
the roast
garment.
of Michelle Visage.
Hmm.
Let's get this roast to cooking.
Let's get this roasted cooking. Oh my god.
Yeah, like that would be fierce. That would be so fierce.
I think it'd be fun
Yeah.
because you'd go like early days Michelle like in when she was in ballroom, and then Michelle in seduction, and then Michelle on the RuPaul show, and then Michelle after that, and then Michelle back on Drag Race. It's like a whole.
Mm.
And you could basically it'd be fun if they did like a cameo with because remember how they did the whatever happened to Merle Ginsburg. I have like
Oh
kind of a
my
throwback to
god.
that
Yeah.
in there.
Burl Ginsburg, the Rusical.
Oh my god.
I would love that. But so my final one is I would love to see a Rusical about like Destiny's Child. But like so we start off with Destiny's Child, like in their era. Prime prime Destiny's Child. Then Beyonce starts to get more famous and we get to like see her break off from the group
Hmm.
and like, rise to the pedestal that she's at right now.
Hmm.
And then but we also get to see like Kelly and Michelle. Like I think they could do a lot with Destiny's Child
Hmm.
musical. And
So
they
not
could
just
pull,
Beyonce, Destiny's Child.
yeah, specifically does. I mean, a Beyonce musical would be fun too. Oh, that, but like, imagine if they got like they did a Beyonce musical. Who I wanna see like the queens, like the way that Nina fought over Black China. I would love to see the queens fight over who's gonna play Blue,
Oh,
who's gonna play
Big Blue, yeah,
Blue Ivy. Like, I would love to see that, but yeah, either Beyonce or Destiny's Child in general, I think would be so fun.
that would be really fun.
Yeah, but
I wonder how, cause like, but I think Destiny's Child's work, cause you get like, there's
yeah,
more of a, I see that working, cause we don't
yeah.
really know a lot about like Beyonce's personal life,
No, we don't.
so I think
Yeah, and then
Destiny's
like
Child as a whole would be
yeah,
better.
somebody to play Jay Z,
Hmm.
just like all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Um, Anywho, we have
And
unfortunately
anywho,
come to the end of yet another fantabulous episode of the latest and the gayest. Um, you can subscribe to, rate, and review the latest and the gayest on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find all past and present episodes of the latest and the gayest available for free the day that they come out. And the video episode of this week's brand new episode is up every Wednesday. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at TLATG Pod to stay up to date on all things the latest and the gayest. And find our link tree, which can be found in the bio of all of our socials, to not only find where you can listen to the show, but you can also find some charitable organizations that we are promoting at the moment and some of the small brands that we talked about last week
mhm.
to support this Pride Month. And with that, we thank you and happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.